Yo, yo, yo.
There we go. How you doing, fam?
All right. What up? What up? Welcome to the platform, Rap Wars. Y'all tap in, don't tap out. We got Real AI Spark. Let the people know who you are and where you're coming from.
All right, so they call me Spark. I ain't gonna get into my real name, but yeah, they know me as Spark out here. What I'm doing right now is using music as a bridge to my daughter's world. She is a nonverbal diagnosed level 3 autism. Um,
All right.
she doesn't have a voice, so I'm gonna be a voice for her. She regulates the music. I started doing this as a way to regulate her. I help her regulate. And that turned into a whole nother mission because I see that nonverbal aren't included in the way we built this world. So because she's not included and a lot of lanes are closed to her, I'm trying to show her she got options now with this whole AI thing.
Each other and also now I hear what you're saying. Most
Yeah.
definitely. Okay, why do they call you AI Spark?
So real AI Spark is something real AI is something I created because I wanted people to know that this is AI music. That I'm not hiding it. I'm upfront about it. I'm upfront as to where the purpose behind it is. Spark comes from a couple of different things. So if you ever listen to Tupac, he had an interview
Oh yeah, most definitely.
where where he once said, I may not change the world, but I guarantee I will spark the mind who will." So I listened to a lot of Tupac growing up, so Spark and that saying just kind of stood out to me. Um, and
And
also my daughter is my spark. She's the reason why I do everything. So that's the reason why Real AI Spark came into existence.
no, that's deep right there. All right, let's get into these questions right here I got for you. Which mythical creature do you want to become?
Mythical creature.
Yeah.
Um, if anything, I guess it would have to be like a unicorn, man. Unicorns are majestic, right? They're
Yep.
out of reach, and they're magical, man. If you ever catch a unicorn, then you have ability to create magic, man. So I guess that's where I would want to be.
Do you think unicorns are real?
Nah, they mythical. I mean, they're not real in the sense that we put them out there as, but they are definitely real in the sense of how you pursue your life, man. You can create magic in your life. You can become that one to be out there and really do something special.
I've seen this movie like with a unicorn. I guess it was like in this rich area and all, and they ended up running over him or running over the unicorn, and it came back like I don't know, like trying to like kill him and all, like all aggressive. That shit was like a crazy movie.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. All right. What's the weirdest thing you posted on the internet?
The weirdest thing I posted on the internet. So I don't do a whole lot of social media. I started doing social media now. Back in 2008 when I wrote some books. I'm also a published author. So everything that you
All right.
do through the music is for me writing. I had to learn music structure, but those are my words coming through. Weirdest thing I posted, I guess it would have to be some of the early on video content that I was trying to create that just didn't come out right. I had this one video come on TikTok and it was like the message is spreading and it was like robotic and like it just came out kind of weird. But I
Yeah.
don't do a whole lot of social media like that. So I am now, but yeah, not before, not prior.
All right. Okay, so you like barely started to like get into the whole social media game using Instagram, TikTok, all that.
Yeah, for sure, man. I've used social media one time before in 2008, and that was to kind of press out my books. And now it's really for the same reason to press out the music that I do.
I feel that. All right. Which comes first, chickens or eggs?
That's a hard question. Um, can't have one without the other. So it's kind of a hard question to answer. But honestly, let's say you got to start from somewhere, bro. So everything's got to start from somewhere. So it might as well be the egg, right? But that's the idea, but that's where everything comes from. So I'm gonna go with the
Yeah,
egg.
yeah, it could be true. Most def. All right, all right. What's the funniest joke um that you know that doesn't make other people laugh?
Because I'm not comedian type, man. That's probably everything I say. I don't really tell jokes like that. So, um, I don't know. Being around my daughter, man, there's a bunch of kid jokes. Like why did the chicken cross the road to get to the egg? I mean, like, and so I don't really have a whole lot of jokes. I'm not really a comedian like that. I have a lot of kids jokes that people don't laugh at. So,
Yeah, them like simple jokes and all.
yeah,
Hmm. All right, all right. Okay, name the top five things you would take with you during like a zombie apocalypse.
my kids, um, my family first, food, water, some weapons, um, and ways to cook, man. Some fire, ways to create fire,
Hmm. Just things that you like you need and stuff to survive, like the basic stuff, water, food, and then your family.
for sure.
Uh, yep, yep. Now I hear that, hear that. Most that. A lot of people would say like they would take their like probably PlayStation or their phone with them or something like that.
I feel you. Nah, for me, it's the basics, man. As long as the family's there, you got your food, you got the way to create, man. You can ride out just about anything, man. Ways to
Hey, not
protect yourself for sure.
yep, most def, most def. All right, all right. What normal things do you think are sometimes not normal?
The way people treat their kids, man. These are very normal things. Like when we bring a child into this world, we're they ain't asked to be here. We have
Mm,
responsibility to them. We have to live our life for them. And a lot of people disregard that these children are our responsibility. And we like to press out and try to make it about us when it's really not about us anymore. It's about these kids and what we raise them because they're the next one. They're the ones who carry our light. So everything we do
hey,
has to be about them.
yep, yep. Like just treating your kids right and all. Like,
Yeah,
nah,
for
most
sure.
that's real right there. What's the craziest thing that you plan to have before dying?
Craziest thing I plan to have before dying. Um, that's a good question. I'm really looking at like, craziest thing I plan to have before dying.
Yep, yep.
To be honest, it would be like a better life, bro. Like I'm tired of the struggle. So before I die, I would like to have the craziest things, like the mansion, the cars, the clothes, the things for the kids that where I don't have to really like struggle like that. Where it's just built with whatever they need is right there. So I mean that's kind of a crazy thought to me because I live
Mm.
so rough. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just having like money and all like left over for your kids and your family.
Right. Yeah, that's a crazy thought because it's not meant for everybody. So that'd be a crazy thought to have all of that.
Yeah, no, I feel that for sure. All right, how many times a day do you look in the mirror with just your underwear on?
Zero, fam. It's zero, except for when I get out the shower, bro. Like clean up and put some clothes on, get freshened up, and that's about it.
Yeah, nah, I know some people they be just like in the mirror all the time, just looking at themselves and all.
Nah, fam, not me.
Mm. Hey, nah, I feel that. Yeah, I don't be doing that either. Like only time like what you said, like just probably when I'm in the shower and I'm getting out.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, yeah. Nah, I hear that. Oh, do you think a elephant can make a good pet?
We got the space for it. Yeah, of course, man. We got a space for it. Why not? Elephants never forget that. They very protective over the family. I mean, yeah, for sure. For sure. And ain't
Just
nobody coming to your house if you got an elephant in your yard, bro. Who's gonna break in your house?
nah, for reals, it's like it tops a dog and all. Like,
For sure. That's
but the only
intimidation
problem,
coming from family.
yeah, the only problem is when it gets too big. It's like, yeah, I hear you. Like, there's no space for it, you know.
For
But
sure.
I'll definitely have like a small baby elephant and all.
For sure, bro. For sure.
Yeah,
If we
yeah,
were not here, for sure I'd have an elephant.
yeah, for real, for real. Um, all right. Which surgery do you believe should never exist?
Plastic surgery.
And why is that? Like, why do you feel like that
Plastic
shouldn't be?
surgery, maybe it's like you have something happen to you and you need plastic surgery to get skin grafts or you know what I mean to replace some things that maybe you lost during the accident. Yeah, I can see that. But plastic surgery for fun, for upgrading, for video shots and video shoots. I mean, I just think it's pointless, man, because you have you have beauty within inside you already, so you don't really need all of those things. I mean, you
Mm.
just gotta let yourself shine.
Yeah, for real, for real. I hear that take. Um, yeah, and sometimes it even makes you look worse. Sometimes, like I be seeing like these women that be getting it, like their nose is all like kind of, I don't know, looks weird now. Their face is like too high up.
Facts, facts. Yeah, I mean, people gotta remember like we are in a beauty based society, man, but that's outside beauty, that's surface beauty that everybody keeps looking at, man. But everybody got beauty inside. You just gotta let that show. You know what I mean? You gotta let that light shine. When you do that, man, people gonna see you for who you are and not what you're supposed to be.
No, for real, for real. And I know like some of those plastic surgeries don't go right too. I heard like a couple people like dying off of it and all.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah, no, I hear that. I hear that. When was the last time you literally stopped to just smell flowers?
Whenever I stop to smell the flowers, that's what you're asking me?
Yeah, yeah.
Bro, I do that every day in kind of a metaphorical sense, bro. Like when you have a daughter who's autistic, you learn to slow the world down and appreciate what you got. Um,
Mm.
everything,
All right, all right.
yeah, everything becomes very slower, and you have to really enjoy the moments you're at. So, taking time to really relax and just enjoy what you have, man, that's it's an everyday thing for me. So that's an everyday thing, every moment thing, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah. So it just be regular to you, like you do that like pretty much every day.
For sure, man. For sure, you got to, bro. Because if you don't, what happens, man? You start to think the world is ugly. You know what I mean? And you let that override who you are. And the world ain't ugly all the time, man. So you gotta enjoy the moment. Stop, smell the flowers. That's metaphorically. That's kind of how I live my life.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta like drop the electronics, like the cell phones or laptops, just get out into the road, like we are saying.
Facts,
Like take a chance to just smell the flowers, breathe the fresh air and all.
facts.
Sun gaze.
Yeah,
Yep,
man. You
yep.
gotta take time to enjoy what's out there, man. There's beauty out there, and you gotta take time to enjoy it.
And no, that's real right there, most deaf. All right. What ice cream flavor do you think is the best?
I'm gonna have to say, I mean, I got tons of ice cream flavors, but honestly, I'm gonna have to go with vanilla because you can add vanilla. You can add anything to vanilla. Um, it's got multi-purpose, so you can do caramel. You can add your chocolate glaze to it. You can throw whatever you want into vanilla, and it's gonna come out right. You know what I mean? So it, it's. I would have to say that it's probably vanilla is my favorite creation.
Mm.
To
Hey, yep. No, I hear that. I hear that. All right. How did you learn what it was meant to be like a man?
How did I learn what?
How did you learn what is meant to be a man?
What it's meant to be a man?
Yeah. Like
So,
how did you learn how to like
so
just
I
what
grew up rough,
defines a
man.
man?
I grew up rough, man. And when you grow up the way that I grew up, a lot of people know that you gotta portray this outward. Um, vibe that'll keep you safe. And you got to be harder than the environment that you in, right? Um,
Mm. All right, all right.
so growing up that way, that really kind of defined what people thought a man was supposed to be. But what really taught me how to be a man was my kids, being there for them and understanding that you ain't got to be tough all the time. You can be soft and enjoy and live in them Disney moments that them kids bring. And as long as you there for your child, man, that's what being a man is. That's what being um, a true soldier is about, is being there for the ones you love, right? Building the
Mm.
world for them and doing those types of things. That's a man. So my kids really show me what a man was. You know?
All right, all right. So you really became a man once you had your kid.
For sure, for sure.
Mm. It changed like your whole perspective of things and all.
Yeah, for sure, man. I got two kids. I got one. He's 13 years old. That's my boy, my firstborn. Then I got my daughter. Um, she's 4 years old now. So yeah, walking with my kids and understanding, seeing where I came from and what I want from for them in their life. That's what makes you a man. Is when you're trying to change it for the better for your kids, man. You know.
And that's real right there. All right. Do you have any rituals before accepting any guests, like in your house or just when you're about?
Yeah, really clean up. Make sure that the environment's good, and whenever we have guests in our house, we try to make sure that they have all the comforts of being in somebody's house, right? Like access to the water, to food, or greeted um, as guests and greeted with kindness and making sure that they feel at home. Um,
Mm.
so yeah,
All
it's
right.
just to prepare the environment for your guests to come in and make sure that they feel welcome and that they feel at home in your house.
And most def, yeah, keeping it respectful and all.
For sure, for sure, man.
Yeah, yeah, I hear that. All right. What's one unwritten rules when you add to the law to make you exempt?
What's one rule I would add to the law to make me exempt?
Yeah.
Um, Empathy, man. Um, that would be my unwritten rule. And the law doesn't use a lot of empathy, right? They don't look at
Yeah.
situations. They don't look at where people are coming from. They see actions in a moment, um, but don't understand where that action is coming from a lot of times. And if they did that, if they added empathy and really try to understand the person, then perhaps they wouldn't be breaking the law in the first place because they could see where it came from. They could understand the moment. They could understand what it is and why the action was done.
Yeah, no, for real. Like the law, or whoever's like enforcing the law should have like a more emotion and just think from like the other person's like perspective and all.
For sure.
Nah, most def. Nah, I agree with that 100%. All right. Which one movie that you cannot watch with anyone?
All right. So I'm gonna give you something personal about me. I can't watch a movie, old school movie, Salem's Lot at all. I can't watch it. I can't watch it with anybody because there was a scene in that movie that traumatized me as a kid. Um, there's a space where this little vampire pops up. My mother told me to go shut off the TV, and that little vampire popped up when I was a kid, scared the hell out of me. And it didn't happen once; it happened twice. So I won't never watch that movie with anybody or ever again.
Nah, I hear that. I seen the new one, but it wasn't really that scary. Like the remake they made.
Yeah, I ain't even watched that one. I can't. I won't watch that one either.
Mm.
The
Hey,
movie just
nah,
flips me
for
out,
sure.
bro.
Not bad, bet. All right, all right. What's songs are included in the soundtrack in your life?
Say that one more time.
What songs are included in the soundtrack to your life? Like if you had to like come up with songs to your life, what soundtrack
So,
would it be?
um, growing up, a lot of my life was Tupac, man. I mean, you can put on just about any of his songs, and those would be very relatable. But um, only God can judge me. Um,
Some classics right there. That's a
yeah,
classic right there.
letter to my unborn. I
Oh,
think
another
the
one.
ones would be defining. Like if I had to put my life to music, it would probably be those two.
Mm. All right. So you're like a big like Tupac fan.
Yeah, for sure, man, for sure. Ain't nobody bring
How
it like Tupac bring it.
how'd you feel like when he passed away?
That's rough, man. You know what I mean? Like Tupac, Tupac was more than a rapper to me. He had things that went on outside of his music that really can, like, if you knew what he was really about, there'd be no question as to who's the greatest there is, man. Like this dude literally went to hospitals and paid doctor bills for people he didn't even know. He started a whole movement, um, and would speak at so many engagements and just built a blueprint, man. Like he really painted a picture to what goes on and how the government can be so suppressive. And yeah, he's just one of them ones, man. He's just one of them ones.
Yeah, he also like shot like two off-duty cops that were like I guess they were messing with someone too, and he saw that happening,
Yeah,
so he
man,
tried
that's
to
what
like
I'm saying.
defend the guy.
Yeah, he was one of them real ones, man. Like he stood on business. That's what they say, right? Stand on business. Like Tupac stood on business his whole life, man.
Yeah, for real. Like how do you feel about like the switch up he had? Like I know when he first started, he was like more into like poetry. He wasn't really like with that whole like what is it called? That gang member like persona and all, like hanging
So
around gangs and all.
he had a saying, man. Like he said that if you look at the Vietnam War, right? And the Vietnam War, the reason why it ended was because people started getting these graphic images back home that started to change their perspective on the Vietnam War. And that's what he wanted to do with rap music. He wanted to paint a picture as rough as he possibly could so that maybe people would start paying attention and start changing the way things happen in the hood. You know what I mean? So I don't really call it a switcher. I mean, I think that's always was his intent. He had his poetry, he had his deep music, but I think he always meant to try to make a difference. You know what I mean? And paint a picture that was rough and hard, so people would start paying attention, like they did the Vietnam War. You know what I mean,
Yeah, yeah, he had to become what he had to like become to like get the message out there.
for sure, for sure.
Yeah, all right. All right, let's get into your life story though. Where were you born and raised?
So I was born in Los Angeles, California. I was raised there for a time, but I bounced around a whole lot. So came from LA, went to some hole in the wall places like Twin Palms, California. Went to lived in Pomona, California for a long time. Um,
All right.
yeah, I've been overseas, been to Iraq, been to Kuwait, been to a lot of different environments, man. So right now, my home is San Diego.
Okay, so you were in the army?
Now I was a defense contractor. I just worked for him, man.
Oh, okay, I feel that. All right, so most of your life you were like in California, pretty much.
Yeah, man, I'm West Coast student too, for sure.
All right, all right. So like, how was like just the environment growing up, like at a young age in LA?
It was rough, man. We grew up in Pomona, California. That's where I spent a lot of my time. Um, my dad had left when I was really young, um, so we didn't have a whole lot of money. We was broke most days. My mom is my she came from an environment where education was not real for women. It wasn't expected. She had to kind of learn her environment when my dad left and kind of pick up doing three jobs that she wasn't really qualified for. So she had to do the hard work, the fast food restaurants, working at bars just so we had a way. Um,
Yeah,
and in order to help her, as kids, got money the way that we could, man. I mean, to help the environment, to do what we could, we did things that ain't really, you know what I mean? legit or whatever you want to call it. But we had to do what we had to do to survive, man. Uh,
All right,
we-
so pretty much your mom had to like work hard and all too.
yeah,
While
sure,
also you had to like come up with some money too, your own way for
for
life.
sure, for sure.
All right, and what was the reason why your dad left? Was it like he was into like some criminal stuff or?
Nah, he was just a scumbag, bro. He just he was working a job, got some money to it. Found a different girl, started doing his thing with her, and then just kind of left us, abandoned us with $60 in a broken car. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Um,
yeah, yeah. Would you ever try to like what's it called? Rekindle that relationship or like even try to like
no,
see where he's
nah.
at or did you ever try looking for him?
I talked to him a couple of times in life, and you know, it's always he trying to buy my respect, throw me some money here and there. That's not how I move, man. I don't move by money like that. So, um, I got no connection. I got no empathy for somebody who can walk out on their kids, bro. You know what I mean? Like when you
Yeah,
growing up, your child needs you, and for you to just up and walk away like that, bro, like I got nothing left for him, man. You know what I mean?
yeah, nah, for real, for real. All right, you started going to school in Pomona.
Yeah, went to school in Pomona, then moved out to Hole in the Place, 29 Palms, California, desert town. Um, did my school there, but that's also where I got into a lot of trouble. Ain't nothing out there in 29 Palms, nothing out there in 29 Palms, except for kids that get in trouble and do what they do, man. So I was turned up out there, and yeah,
And what was like the reason you moved around a lot?
um, trying to find a place, man, where you know it was cheaper for my mom to stay at. Yeah, I guess that's probably why we moved around a lot. We're just trying to survive. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. All right. You said Tunel Palm. That's how you pronounce
29
it.
pounds. Well, 29 pounds. We call it
29
29.
Palms.
Yeah,
All right,
29
all right.
pounds. Yeah,
And did you start like going to like I would say like you spent like a lot of time in that area to where you like stayed in
yeah, I spent
school?
a few years out there. I was in high school out there, freshman, sophomore year. So I spent a couple years out there.
All right, and how would you say your grades were throughout school?
I always been a good student, man. I'm well educated, man. I love learning. Um, I have some college also in me. You have street knowledge and you got book knowledge. But yeah, I write books too, so pretty say I'm pretty. The grades in high school were always B's and A's, so yeah, I do my thing when it comes to studying.
All right, all right. And you said that you were streetwise too. So were you like in the streets a lot?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, when you take a look, you got two brothers. I got two older brothers, and then my mom's. And you take a look and you see how she struggled, man. And there ain't a whole lot of opportunity. You gotta do what you gotta do to make sure the family fed. You know what I mean? You're gonna get what you need to get because it's necessity in life, man. Whether the opportunity is there or not, sometimes you got to create your own. You know what I mean,
Yeah, yeah. All right. So were you hanging around a lot of like people from gangs or like that were doing drugs like in the streets or what kind of crowd were you like around?
yeah, it was a lot of thugs, man. It was a lot of hood type cats. You know what I mean, like
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, it was gangster element. It was thugs. It was selling things. It was moving as that environment moves. You know what I mean?
All right. So you took part in it too, like what like people were doing in the streets, like gang members and all.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. Like it is what it is, man. That's an era I don't like to really talk about because it's not me anymore. But yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, in that environment, it is what it is, man. It's just move through.
Did you ever did you ever join a gang yourself?
Nah, nah, fam. Hang around the thugs. That's all. Yeah, I ain't have to be no game man. Just hang around the
Yeah.
thug. You know?
All right. I know like living that life, there's a lot of like violence that comes with it too. Were you ever in any like violent situations where you had to defend yourself?
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
And like, did it always go your way where you like came out
No,
like
no,
strong and
man.
all? Like,
Nothing ever goes your way, man. Sometimes it works out the way you think it is. Sometimes it doesn't. But you gotta, um, you take your scars along with your wins, right? You know what I mean? That's what makes you
yeah,
who you are. So as long as you keep getting up, you get up, you keep moving.
yeah, yeah. So you've been in a lot of fights too, like in
I
your
feel,
younger days.
yeah, I feel for sure.
Oh, okay, okay. All right. Did you ever end up going to jail, or were you like the type to just stay away from that and not get into too much trouble?
Yeah, couple times, man. But um, yeah, a couple times, but not for a long time.
Mm. Oh, okay. So it was like it wasn't really over like something serious where you had to like stay a long time in jail and all.
No,
All right,
no,
all right. Okay, I feel that. I feel that. And I know like being an artist and like just making music, like some artists tend to like get into drugs or any of that. Were you the type to ever like use drugs any point of your life, or did you stay away from it?
it's my weed. I mean, but that's about the hardest thing I ever did. Yeah. I don't do none of that no more. But yeah, there was a time when smoking on the block was a thing, but yeah, not no more.
All right, so you don't do no type of drugs anymore. You're like sober.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. Gotta
Mm,
be,
all
man.
right.
Gotta be. Got my kids with me. Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, nah, for real, for real. All right, and like, what point did you start thinking like just making music? Like, what got like music on your mind to where you're like, oh, I want to start
And so
creating music myself?
when you sit with an autistic child, they see the world a whole different way than what we see it as. Especially one nonverbal, they can't really communicate. They have these frustration points that build up. And those are moments that are really hard because you don't know how to navigate through them. They can't communicate with you what's going on. You don't really understand why they acting out the way that they do because there's
Yeah.
no real communication. You know what I mean? So listening to music, I found that my daughter she started to calm down easier. She started to get into a rhythm when music was playing. Um, so
Okay.
I started to let rock out with her, let her do her thing. But then you listen to some of the messages in the music today, man, it ain't really something you want your kids listening to. So I wanted to keep that West Coast energy, that West Coast vibe, but bring a deeper rooted message that she could rock out to. Um, so I started creating music that way. Um, Started just making music for my daughter to regulate. Um, that turned into me really wanting to be an advocate for her and being a father and fearing for what she's going to go through when I'm not here, when I'm not her shield, when I'm not around. The world's a cold place, man. So as a father, it's my duty to make sure that the road is a little smoother for her. You know what I mean? Um,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I turned into an advocate for her, for kids like her, for parents who are sitting on the floor at 2 a.m. And really don't know how to understand their child, and all they want to do is reach their children. You know what I mean? So um, you go to a grocery store, you see a kid freaking out, and you tend to stare. You know what I mean? You tend to make
Right.
that kid feel something even deeper. Because when a person stares at that child in that grocery cart, freaking out or stares at the parent, man, it becomes even a worse situation for that parent and for that kid. You know what I mean? Um,
Yeah, right. They feel more
so
embarrassed, you know.
what's that?
No, just the kid or the parents, they feel like embarrassed when people
Yeah,
like are staring, you know.
yeah, for sure, man. So you know what I mean, and every time you have that situation, you feel like you got to explain it. Like you got to tell somebody, a complete stranger, like, "Oh, she's autistic. Like, please just give us a minute." And you shouldn't have to do that, man. People should just like acknowledge that kid going through something, and you know what I mean, give that child space. But people like to stare
Yeah.
at her at the point, they like to laugh, they like to scream bad parenting and all of these things. And so, yeah, my mission, man, is to try to change some things, man, and give people a different view of what the autistic world looks like. You know what I mean?
Hey, nah, that's real right there. That's deep. Okay, so you started making music like later or like just recently in life, like once you had your daughter.
Yeah, I've been doing this for probably about a year and a half now. Create music, maybe 2 years. I created a whole bunch of music, but ain't really press it like this because, like I said, it was just for my daughter. Some other people had heard it and was like, "Yo, you should really try to do something. You got some deep lyrics. You got some things that people need to hear." So that's kind of where I started to get more into the whole advocacy of autism acceptance, not awareness, man. People are aware of autism, autism
Mm.
acceptance.
Nah, for real, that's real right there. All right, before you had your kids and all, you weren't even like thinking about music or creating music. Like,
Well,
what
I
was
started
your?
writing, man. I'm a writer, so I've always had a chance to put my thoughts into paper and books. That's really where I saw my life back then. I felt music all the time, but I love writing whole stories. With music, it's a little different because you got to learn to compress those thoughts into a song structure, right? And song
Yeah,
structures are typically shorter than books. So, um,
right,
yeah,
like only 3 minutes long, sometimes even 2 minutes.
yeah, for sure. So I try to I learned the song structure, how things are going with that. It's still a learning process, but I'm in there. Um, but yeah, creating music was really, like I said, just for her. But you know, I'm now to a point where there's a whole lot of people going through it, and if this helps somebody, if this helps that kid to be understood, if it helps that parent at 2 a.m. to know that somebody feels them, I'm gonna keep doing that. You know what I mean?
Yep, yep. All right, when did you make your first book?
2008.
What was that like book about?
So, Michael Jackson, right? Of course,
Yeah,
you know Michael Jackson.
legend.
So, if you look at, I really want to tell my name, but okay. Um, so my family name is got a weird connection to the Michael Jackson thing. So Michael Jackson used to have a magician, personal magician, by the name of Doug Henning, in his
All
circle.
right,
Doug Henning used to tell my family stories about MJ. When he passed away, they still started to talk about his so-called oddities and so-called cases and whatnot. So I made a book called Michael Jackson, the book the media doesn't want you to read, and
yeah.
kind of combat against the negative view that they was trying to put out about Michael. Um, so yeah, that's kind of what that book was about, exposing the media for their lies.
So one of your family members was like close to Michael Jackson or something?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, okay. So like he knew like the exact life Michael Jackson was living because
for
he was
sure.
there.
Yeah, he was employed by Michael Jackson for a long time. Like I said, he was a personal magician for Michael Jackson.
Mm. All right, all right. So you were pretty much exposing Michael Jackson in your book?
I was exposing the media, not Michael Jackson. I was exposing the media. Michael Jackson, a good dude, man, solid dude.
Mm.
I was
All
exposing
right.
a lot of what they tell about him.
Oh, okay. So all the like stuff they had to say about him and all. So like with children specifically, you know.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right, all right. Okay, okay. And how did that book like do?
did really well, man. I ain't advertised it in a long time, but between 2008 and 2011, when I was really advertising that book, you can check it out. It's on Amazon. You can just look up that name on Michael Jackson, the book the media doesn't want you to read. You'll see it did really well, man. We sold lots of copies from that, and it's a self-published book. I did book signings for it at Barnes and Noble. Yeah, it did really well.
And that's fire right there. So you kept like writing after that.
Yeah, so I got several manuscripts that I ain't published, man. Sometimes life just knocks you down, but I do got two books out there that There's Michael Jackson, the book the media doesn't want you to read, and then there was another compilation I did, which was my writing, but it was also a chance for a lot of other people who followed Michael Jackson, felt the pain of his death, and gave them a chance to uh, kind of share how he influenced their life. So it was called Michael Jackson, We Love You More. Um,
Mm.
but yeah, I have several manuscripts. I just ain't got into publishing them lately because life does what it does, and I've been focused on this music more than my writing now.
Yeah, yeah, I know. Books are like probably the hardest thing to do. How long did it take you to write like your first book?
Oh my God, took me about 8 months, 9 months, maybe a year just to write it out, and then another year or so to get it published.
Mm. So it's like way harder than like to write a song.
It's way harder to write a novel, man. That's way harder. With a song, it takes me a couple days, depending on the idea of it and where I'm going with it. Sometimes I take ideas and I just put them to the side and take notes and work on them later. Or I'll come back to it if there's a song I really want to finish and really want to put it together. Then it'll take me a couple days because I work on that um, consistently. You know what I mean? But I got stacks of ideas with songs I ain't even put together yet. So just depends on the mood that I'm at, man. If I'm trying to get, if something hits me hard and I'm like, yo, this got to get out now, like I'll work on it as hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, most def. All right, all right. And like right after high school, did you end up going to college or any of that?
Yeah, I went to college. I went to college for a couple years, but I didn't finish college because I got offered an opportunity to work with Department of Defense and start moving around and doing overseas things. So I took it. I took advantage of that. That was exciting to me to go do something different.
And like, what do you mean by that? Like, you said you were working like with the army, like a
Yeah,
contractor.
DoD. Yeah, Department of Defense is it's like for civilian side, like the army. You have the army side, then you got the civilian side that supports them. So that's DoD, Department of Defense. So I got an opportunity to start doing that, and I got into going overseas and traveling, and went to Iraq when there was war on, and um, went to Kuwait, and went to a lot of places overseas. So that was exciting. It was different. It was a chance to see something different.
Yeah, like how was like that experience to just even get out of like California and go somewhere different?
It was fun. It was dangerous. It was knowledgeable. Like you learned a lot overseas. Um, you learned, got to meet a lot of different people, learn new languages, eat new food, see what's on beyond our border, um, see how people live outside of here. Um, it was a great experience, man. Great experience.
And you were making like decent money at that point.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. Most DoD jobs when you go overseas is definitely good money.
Mm. And I feel that. And did you end up like staying with that job, like doing the whole contracting, or you doing something different now?
Well, I got injured overseas, so there was an explosion that happened on an airfield that I was working at, and I was exposed to some dangerous chemicals that kind of damaged me inside um, for life. So
Well,
yeah, yeah, it just is what it is, man. Like so,
so like you had like a lot of like what's it called, like internal damage.
yeah,
Mm. Did you ever try like suing?
yeah, yeah, we went that route and we got something for that, but you know what I mean, like bread is only when you making money, man. Like it doesn't last forever, bro. Like when you got things that you have to do and need to get taken care of. I mean, the amount of money I got for that wasn't a ridiculous amount, but it was enough to do some other things. And but yeah, the damage is still done. You know what I mean? Like still hurt inside, still got problems inside. You know what I mean? They can't fix it. It just is what it is.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so that must have been like a whole like traumatic experience.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Mm. All right, you will drop the song called "Good Old Boy" that work.
Oh, you know about that for sure.
Yep,
Okay.
yep. And who are those three people like on the art cover?
So that's a cover, man. It's supposed to represent um good old boy network, man. Whenever people go to work, they know about the good old boy network. They know that um there's certain people behind the scenes that control the strings. You know what I'm saying? That control uh, who gets the promotion, who gets the upgrade, who gets the salary raises. You know what I mean? There's a certain network when you
Yep.
go into places of business that not everybody qualifies for, man. You gotta be in a certain circle. So them figures that you see on there is representation of them figures who control who's doing what in the work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. And who made the beat to that song?
Oh, that's Suno, man. Suno does that. Suno made that beat.
All right. He be making all your beats.
So Suno does it. A lot of my beats are thrown to a DAW system and fix them over if Suno doesn't produce the sound that I want. You know what I mean? Like Suno when you upload to Suno, they give you like a couple of songs where you can determine the beat or you can regenerate it and try to do it again. But if you want it the way you want it, you can throw it into a DAW system, go on BandLab. Yeah, yeah.
What made you want to title the song "Family Over Fame"?
Because that's what it's all about for me, man. Like I'm not here to try to get on number one charts or you know what I mean to be in the limelight, get on the stage, do none of that, man. I'm here to bring a message, man. That message is about what I go through, my with my daughter, my experiences. Um, but it's always family over fame, man. Like I choose my family. If you came to me and said, "Yo, I'm gonna give you $2 million, but you got to sacrifice this, this, and this for your family," I'm not gonna do it, man. I'm family over fame. You know what I mean?
Mm. Yeah, no, that's real right there. I know. What's it called? The artist Eminem. He declined like going on world tours that he would have made like maybe 500 million or even like just millions in general. But he was like he declined it because he was gonna miss out on his daughter's like just events of her growing up and all because he would have to be on the road.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure.
Yeah, so now I feel you on that most def. Sometimes like you gotta choose like family over like that whole fame and all.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah, most def. All right, who was the girl singing on that song?
That's a Suno generated hook. Like you can have Suno be male or female. So that's the way the AI world works, right? Like you can choose this part I want it to be male, this part I want it to be female. So if you want that female soul emotional voice, you know what I mean, you can add that. So I
Mm,
chose to add a female part for that selection for that
okay.
song.
Oh yeah, yeah, most def. Speaking of AI, you also say we didn't use AI to take shortcuts. We used it to take responsibility.
It's facts. It's facts
So
because
what?
AI is a lot of people maybe they using it for shortcuts. Maybe they trying to, you know, throw out a few songs there, hopefully it catch and maybe catch some money off that. That's not why I use AI. I use AI because my daughter's nonverbal and eventually that could be a tool that she can use. And I'm showing her that anything is possible with AI. You know what I mean? If she ain't no door closed to her. You know what I mean? AI is opening doors that may have been closed. Maybe she wants to sing sometime in her life. She now got a tool to do that. You know what I mean? If she wants to talk, she got a tool to talk. You know what I'm saying? So I don't use AI for the quick money aspect of it. I use it for a purpose. I use it for knowledge for so people can understand what this tool does and how it gives people access that they were denied before. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like a tool you could use.
For sure.
Why do people feel if you use AI, you're somehow cheating or that you're not really
Some
making
people,
music?
I mean, you got to break it down, man. Some people are right. Some people are trying to cheat. Some people are trying to let me just throw something together and see if it hit, and maybe I'll get paid from this. Some people are doing that for sure, but not everybody's doing that. And a lot of people put we have a how I say this we have a natural reaction to try to put things in total packages. Like we'll label something, oh, AI, everybody's using it for this reason, and that turns a lot of people off to AI, right? Like if you can generalize it and put it as everybody's using it, then the message doesn't get out there. But not everybody's using AI for that, man. Some people are using it to tell their story. Some people are using it because they didn't have the studio, the money to get to the studio, or to buy the equipment, or to do all of these things, and they just want to tell their story. You know what I'm saying?
Mm. Yeah, yeah,
And this is a way to do that for them. Like when you give a tool like this to millions of people who were disregarded in the industry, um, they now have a way to tell their own story, right? They got a way to do something that they didn't have access to. You know what I mean? Some people use it as a cheat code for sure, man. Um, Even artists are gonna use it as a cheat code though. They're gonna use it as okay, I can create a beat right quick. I don't have to, you know, go to the man and pay him $5 million for a beat or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's not just people that's gonna use it for a cheat code. It's artists, it's industry, it's you know what I mean? A lot of people gonna
yeah.
use it for that, but I don't, and some other people don't. Some people use it for a purpose,
Right, right. It just depends how you use it, you know.
for
Yep,
sure.
yep. Now, most def, is AI like the new wave, like in this like music industry?
I don't know if it's a new wave, man, but look at it like this: like um, they talked a lot of things about new technology. Okay, they when the camera came out, they said the camera was going to stop art. It didn't stop art. They did the same thing with rap music. When rap music came out, they said this ain't real music. It's real music today. Um,
Yeah,
Even the microphone, they questioned the microphone when it came out. It's still there. You know what I mean? Like uh, technology is always been here. We've always denied it when it comes in that moment. But the fact is that it lasts through. It ain't gonna replace nobody. I mean, if you can sing, you can sing. Your vocals are still gonna go out there. People still gonna want to listen to that. You know what I mean? All I'm saying is AI gives people a different chance to tell a different story.
right. Like every time like something new comes out, like someone else always has something like bad to say about it, you know.
For sure.
Yeah, most def. On one of your posts, you say, "I fear not being around for my kids, so I do what I can to prepare a legacy that will keep them grounded."
Facts. So, like for my daughter, she's 4 years old. I have my own medical complications. Um, Ain't no telling, ain't nothing promised tomorrow, right? Nothing promised tomorrow. But when you create something and you leave a trail behind of who you were for your kids, then they're gonna eventually hear that. You know what I'm saying? They eventually gonna read what you wrote to them. They're gonna hear what you left for them. And so the music that I make is there for my baby girl to know who I was, how much I loved her, how much I cared, and know that daddy always fought for her.
Yeah. All right. So leaving a legacy is like important to you. Like that's like your
100%.
goal.
100%, man.
And that's real right there. You said that before the songs, before the Spark universe, there was a dad trying to understand his daughter.
Yes, sir. That's what I told you. Like this music came because came from many nights, bro. 2 a.m. trying to understand your daughter because she don't speak, because she can't tell you what's wrong, and you sitting there trying to
Yeah,
figure that out, man. That's a painful experience, bro. It's a painful experience, and um, so before all of this, man, and it's still the same, man. It's still me sitting at night when I close out this camera. I'm gonna go be with my daughter, and I'm gonna sit down with her, and I'm gonna try to understand her and read her language and read her cues and see what she's going through, and just try to make her life better. So yeah, before the music, man, before any of this, it's the same as it is now. It's being with my daughter, trying to understand her world.
yeah. So you got to be like the role model too, like with
You have
your kids and all.
you have to be, man. She ain't asked to be here, but she's here nonetheless. So I have to make sure that she's got what she needs while she's here. I mean,
Hey, yep, yep. Hey, that's real right there. You got any other music coming out soon?
yeah. As a matter of fact, on the 23rd Monday, I got a whole album dropping. It's called A
Fire.
Day in the Life. Um, it's got like 18 songs on it that I've written. It's got a few mixed genres. I mean, you're gonna find some 70s soul type music. You're gonna find some hip hop in there. And then I got another kids album that's gonna come out soon, which is more Disney style. It's made for the kids to have fun, to really connect with the parents too. Because whenever you turn on a Disney movie and you're watching it with your kids, that's connection time, right? Like that's the time you spend in their world where they having fun and you singing along with them. So I got that album
Right.
coming too. Um, we're also working on a whole new project. I clicked up with somebody by the name of Jay and Wonders. We're working on a whole website coming out to where um, I really don't want to get into it because we're still in the making of it, but there's a whole lot of things that are going to be going on with that, where we can provide some magical experiences to people. Um, so
So
yeah,
you got
we got
like
a
a
lot
lot
coming
planned.
out. Yeah, we got a lot coming out, man. We got a lot coming up tomorrow. I have a supposed what they call it, like song competition. I'm not here for song competition. I really get into that, but sometimes you have to if you're trying to get your message out. So tomorrow night I got a song competition going up. Hopefully people show up and uh, vote my song to the top, because what they do when you vote that song to the top, that presses the message out even further for them kids who are autistic, for them parents who are going through it. So it gives a chance for
Yeah.
more people to feel like they're being heard. Um, but yeah, we have a lot coming out in the Spark universe, man. Got a lot coming out.
Hey, make sure y'all tap in for that. What message would you give to like people who want to do the same thing as you, who want to create music? Like, what would you tell them?
I would tell them do it, man. Like if you got something you want to get off your chest, you got something you want to create and tell your story, man. Like there's ways and there's tools now that can help you create that, man. Whether you're an artist right now, you can still use AI to help you in your art. If you're not an artist and you ain't never done this before and you just want to do something to help your family or send your message, man, I would say get involved with that, bro. Like try to do whatever you can, whatever you feeling. If you feeling music, man, if you've had it in your chest, you just ain't been able to vocalize it or get the money for it. Like there's tools now that can help you. So I would really say like get into that world, man, because there's so many things that you can do with it, and AI is here. It ain't going anywhere. Remember, people, AI is in everything that you do. I took my daughter to the doctor the other day. They brought in this device, and it was asking me, "Hey, do you mind if we use AI to help assess your daughter's situation?" So AI is everywhere, brother. Like it's not going anywhere. So if you don't like it, you don't enjoy it, you think it's fake, you think it's whatever, at least take a look at it, man, or at least try to see who's creating that AI music because they're doing it for a reason.
Most deaf, like AI is already becoming more common by the day. So
For
yep,
sure.
hey, that was true right there. Make sure y'all tap in, don't tap out. Yeah, it was dope having you on. Let the people know where they can find your music and all that.
For sure. So my music is on Spotify, Amazon, and Apple Music. I'm easily reachable on TikTok. Follow me at Real AI Spark at TikTok. I post a lot of new things, things that ain't out yet. And I'm easily reachable. It just takes a message, man. I respond to everybody out there. So make sure you tap in.
Make sure y'all tap that. And this is the Rap Wars platform. Until next time, we out of here.
Appreciate you, fam.
You already know. Peace out. More interviews coming. And yep, we out of here.
All right, fam.